Good afternoon. Security Watch welcomes you to Indisec 2009, the final day, and with me is Raman Puri, an ex-IITian and part of a new wave of IITians who are now setting up their own companies. Welcome, Raman. Raman, we'd like to know, first of all, given the fact that we are now seeing, IIT batchmates, etc., setting up companies and coming out such as yours, Aurora is a prime example of that. You've come out with your own technologies that have military applications and high-tech other applications in the civilian sector for homeland security, etc. What prompts you to actually start off something like this and leave the regular run-of-the-mill 9 to 5 job or 9 to 10 job in multinationals and come into this sector?
I think the most primary thing here is that the industry in India has not been able to, in the past, offer jobs which are to the satisfaction of IITians. So, in the past, it used to mean that people used to move out of the country. Whereas now, what is happening is India is growing, there is money flowing in, so there is a possibility of finding money for your venture. There are decent government incentives also, wherein you can get funding, or you can. So if you're looking to do something good, India is a good earth for you. So
How is your company funded?
we are funded by the Tata Group. Tata Industries holds a stake in the company, and we are funded by the Ministry of Science and Technology Development Board.
How helpful has the government been in offering you assistance?
In fact, the first money that came in was from the Ministry of Science and Technology. We are very grateful to them that that support helped us to stand on our feet in IIT Kanpur and then move out to Bangalore and spread our wings.
Is the government and the private sector, like for example, Tata, is helping you with marketing also?
Uh, we are an independent company. Tatas are an investor. Marketing, etc., happens mostly through the management of this company itself.
Excellent. So you have full independence and autonomy of management control. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. The management control rests with the core team, the promoters of the company.
Excellent, Raman. Now we'd like you to tell us more about this excellent product you have. In fact, we'd like our viewers to know that we have a blimp at an altitude of about 125 feet just outside the Pragati Maidan, footage of which you'll be seeing right now. This particular camera is giving you footage from that. So that is the railway siding that is on the right side of Pragati Maidan.
Correct. I believe that is the railway line. We would be looking at something about 800 meters to a kilometer away right now, which you can see that you are easily able to detect a vehicle, see what sort of vehicle it is, whether large, small, which make of the car it is. So that's the kind of detail you can get. If I can try to get it zoomed into a place where there are some humans present, in a radius of about 500 meters, half a kilometer or so, you can very easily make out who the person is, if you identify actually who it is.
So can we zoom into a person at this distance and see how close we can get to him or her to identify his physical features? In the meantime, while that is happening, Raman, do tell us about one peculiar problem that these blimps or blimps of all kinds face, that if they are tethered up at that altitude, the higher up you go, the more air currents you have, the more updrafts, downdrafts, etc. you have, more turbulence you have. How do you keep the camera steady so that, this is fairly steady? This could well be a human hand on a Eiffel Tower.
A human hand would not be able to give you a result of this sort. See, right now you're looking at, now when he zooms out, you can see how far that place is.
And that is the Rajdhani Express leaving.
Yes, something of that sort. So you can see how far that is. If you ever try to hold a camera with a telescopic zoom, let's say a 200 mm lens or a 400 mm lens, you can never do it with a human hand. You always have to have those tripods. Unless you have that, you'll have that shake. This camera is stabilized to 100 microns accuracy.
Gyroscopic.
Using gyroscopic stabilization. So whatever the wind currents, wherever the balloon goes because of the wind, that doesn't matter at all. The camera will keep looking in the direction you ask it to keep looking in. In fact, we have video analytics also on board. So if you choose a vehicle, it will keep tracking that vehicle as long as it is in view. That is obviously.
Raman, what are your future plans for expansion?
We have this product. We have a product which is more suitable for the army, which is or the paramilitary forces. That's a hand-launched unmanned aerial vehicle. Plus, we have some larger UAVs as well, which will be more suitable for army and possibly air force applications as well. So this given we have some fundamental technologies which have been developed for these vehicles, which find application in naval usages like ships navigation system, and there are some like CFD and aerostructure design. These technologies also find application elsewhere. So we will look to branch out through our capabilities and technology into other sectors as well.